Okay, so just being aware, I know for me, my eyes are a little bit sensitive to light, so I'm being aware of the light coming in from my window. So I'm just going to close this a little bit. Just because my eyes are feeling somewhat sensitive today. Okay, and just take a moment to settle in whatever position that you decide to explore these. Okay, so there is a widening that happens on the inhale. So the Naga Vayu is this place of performing a purging, is kind of how I like to look at it. So as you go through the snake Vayu, sometimes people feel it very similar to lion's breath. And lion's breath is really given out in front of the body. So how I've always been shown it, Simhasana, is a right directly out in front. And the Nagavayu is bringing the expelling out to each side. So there's a therapeutic quality of um, release that is happening with the twist. And also, I'm losing a word here. I'll think about it in a moment. Maybe it will just come up organically in the process of doing it. But I'd encourage you to do the breath to the left and to the right. And that was traditionally how it was taught to me. So that instead, I don't know, there's this thing for me, Simhasana always felt strange for me because expelling directly in front of me means that I'm absorbing it right back, that it's coming right back. And I love the feeling of bringing it off to the right and to the left, because then we're ridding it. We're detoxifying. That's what it is. There's a detoxification with the twist. So when you take a moment, you can lower the eyes, you can have them softly open, but just listen to the cues and just see if you can follow along with being present in your own awareness. Okay, and if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. I'll stay on camera so you always have a visual of me. So just quieting yourself, noticing your body, going into this external Vayu practice. So when you feel ready, we're going to do the Nagavayu 3 times. So when you exhale to the right, inhale, widen the throat, exhale to the left, that is 1 round. Okay, so we're going to do that 3 times. So you might notice as you open the mouth really wide, expel the tongue, you might even have a soft kind of sound of, it's like an ujjayi sound. You might feel the throat kind of softly gather a little bit, and this expelling to the side. And you might even notice that your hands want to widen. Sometimes I feel my eyes want to get involved too. So just let whatever wants to widen with the mouth and the tongue happen. So the first initial quality is just noticing if there's anything that you want to purge or release. Okay, so there might be something that you're holding inside. It might be an emotion, it might be a tension, it might be a thought. Okay, it might be some words maybe that you're not saying. And if nothing comes to mind, that's okay. But maybe there's something that you want to let go of. Okay, and this is a really good time to create this initiation of purging. So when you inhale, you're going to widen your throat. So let the back of the throat widen. Gently turn your head to the right. And as you exhale, let the mouth widen and do a as you expel the tongue, releasing, and then slowly let the tongue come back in. Inhale through center, widen the throat. Exhale to the left. Slowly let the tongue come back in. Inhale through center, wide in the throat. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center, widening the back of the throat. Exhale left. And then just go one more time to the right. Each time you inhale through center, there's a widening through the throat. And then an expelling to the right. One more time to the left at your own timing. Just notice as you come back to center, maybe your eyes are closed, maybe they stay open. Notice the feeling in your mouth. There's a really beautiful release of the jaw that happens, the throat. Sometimes we even notice a different taste in our mouth. Then we're going to explore the second external Vayu, which is Kurma, turtle. So this one is the Kurma opens the eyelid and causes vision. So I just want you to be a little bit kind of kinder on this one. I know over the years, I've had to really soften and soften and soften and soften. And I know in the cues, Arit always talks about, the inhalation. So when the inhalation comes in, you're going to slowly widen the eyes. So slowly, as the inhalation comes in, let the eyes open and widen. So you're going to start from a closed eye. And as you inhale, you're going to let the eyes gently widen. Try to keep somewhat of a softness around it. And Urit always cued to look up, but I find that strains the eyes. So I just want you to feel if you can feel it widening around the whole eye. So we have muscles, 6 of them around the eye. And whenever you want to blink or the eyes tear up, just close the eyes, relax for a few breaths. And then you're going to go 3 more times, just widening the eyes on the inhalation. So slowly from a closed eye, as you inhale, let the eyes gently widen. Let whatever you're looking at be received to the eyes. When the eyes tear up or they want to blink, you close them. Take a moment to pause. And then just go one more time. So from a closed eye, slowly open your eyes in a widening on the inhale. There's no need to look up. You can just look straight ahead. And as the eyes tear up or blink, you close them. So it's really not about how long you hold it, but more so just feeling the whole eye widen, and it releases tension around the eye muscles. It also helps to cause vision. So in the samana, in the postural assessment that we looked at from the Vayu book, there was one where it was like a slouched posture and it said Samana Vayu and also Kurma Vayu. So sometimes if we're working with people and we feel like they have a kyphotic spine and they're really looking down, you can use Kurma Vayu to widen the eyes and it will lift the head and the torso, and they'll start to take in more what's in front of them rather than on the ground. So it encourages vision. So the next one is krikara, and krikara means pepper. And this is what happens when we sneeze. So right before we sneeze, there's a widening of the nostrils. Okay, so you're just going to relax. And then when you're ready, on an inhalation, you're going to allow your nostrils to flare. And sometimes a little tool is to touch the little flap of the nostrils and see if you can widen the nostrils. Notice which nostril widens with ease and which has a little bit more effort. And also notice what happens in the lungs. Can you feel one side of the lung, the rib cage widen a little bit more? At the top of the inhalation, you're going to do a gentle kumbhaka. And then you're just going to exhale, soften the nostrils, let go. Take a few breaths in between. Okay, then go back in one more time. And you might notice if one nostril wasn't opening as much. I notice I feel my left nostril and my left side of my lung, and my rib cage doesn't widen as well as my right side. So I'm just going to pay a little bit more attention to my left nostril. So there's a widening on the inhale. Notice the space you feel inside the thoracic body and in the lungs. Slight kumbhaka. Release, exhale when you're ready, and just do it one more time. You might even want to try it without the fingers. Notice how you feel once you're done. Notice if widening the nostrils had any effect on how you intake the air, the expansion in the lungs, the space you felt inside the thoracic cavity. The next Vayu, Devadatta, God-given Vayu, is one of my favorites. It's yawning. Okay, so just let the yawn come in. You'll initially inhale with the yawn and the widening. You might notice a yawn in the center and then see if you can do a yawn on one side of the face. See if you can yawn on the other side of the face. I find sometimes after yawning, the eyes want to water, release fluids, so just let that happen. So this last one, Janjaya, this victorious winner of a prize, or Arjuna's name. So this pervades the whole gross body. So if you're lying down, you're going to reach the arms overhead. Okay, and if you're seated, you're going to reach the arms as well overhead, but in front of you first. So you're going to bring your arms up and you just let the wrists kind of come down and be into a soft fist. So you think of the wrists inhaling, reaching up. Okay, and you're pressing the wrists up, 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 up. You're pressing down. And you feel this inhalation, so this awakening stretch, and then you're just going to exhale and you're just going to let it drop. Beautiful. And sometimes when you do this, so this is this pervading this whole gross body. When you do this, you might even feel a yawn. Inhalation is the lengthening. And then the arms just let go.